Yo, what's up, Scorpio? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of March 2016. For the majority of the month of March, the sun is going to be in the sign of Pisces. For you as a Scorpio, Pisces is your fifth house. The fifth house has to do with your romantic situation. So, lucky for you, Scorpio. Looks like there's some pretty good stuff in the stars for your love life for March. On March 21st, the sun actually shifts into Aries. Aries is your sixth house that has to do with your work, your daily life, and your health. So, for the majority of the month of March, you get this great aspect that has to do with your romantic situation, and then the focus will shift towards the end of the month, about the third week of, towards the end of the third week of March. The focus will shift into more matters that have to do with your daily life, your work, and your health. So those are the primary themes of the month of March for you, Scorpio. Now I'm going to talk about some more specific major astrological events that are set to occur for the month of March, and I'm going to explain what they mean for you, Scorpio. On March 5th, Mars, the power planet, moves into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is your second house. That has to do with your money situation. So wherever Mars goes, it supercharges that area. So money is going to be, a pretty critical factor after Mars moves into Sagittarius on March 5th. With Mars, Mars is a very ambitious planet. It's the go-getter planet. So this is definitely going to give you the ambition and the drive that you need to achieve your goals that have to do with gaining more money, or accruing more money, whatever outlet you use to obtain more money in your life. This is going to make you more ambitious in the utilization of those methods, whether it's like your career, or creative, or however you pursue money in your life. This is going to give you the ability to really be a driving force in obtaining your monetary goals. You just got to be careful, because Mars, you can have the tendency to overdo it when Mars is there, because one of the negative aspects of Mars is that it can be very aggressive. So you don't want to overshoot the mark when you're trying to go after your whatever it is that you do to obtain money in your life. You don't want to overshoot the mark. But this is definitely going to give you the ambition to achieve your monetary goals. On March 8th, there's a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. Once again, Pisces is your fifth house that has to do with your romantic situation. So all new things happening in your romantic life after March 8th. And this will be happening for, the 6 months that follow this new moon. And that's what new moons do. They set off all these new events that just happen and happen and happen. And it's all about your romantic situation, because it's in your fifth house of Pisces. That's where this event occurs. And this is no normal full moon. This is not a full moon. This is a new moon. Excuse me. This is no normal new moon. This is a new moon solar eclipse. So whatever this has to do with your romance, your romantic situation, this has to do with your fate too. So, after the new moon on March 8th, all these new events are going to start occurring. And then 6 months later, there's going to be a full moon in the same area, and that is the culminating point in regard to, whatever is building and building and building in that area for the next 6 months. So look out for that. Something pretty cool building there in your romantic situation. Definitely something to be excited about. March 14th, Mercury is in Pisces. Mercury is the planet of communication. Pisces, once again, your fifth house of romance. Actually making a challenging aspect to Saturn in Sagittarius. Once again, Sagittarius, your second house of money. So, what does this suggest? Is your love interest or romantic interest draining your money situation? This aspect would suggest yes. Or maybe they're just like really, really high maintenance when it comes to money. Like maybe you just don't have enough money to like make this person happy from a monetary sense or a standpoint. So that's something to look for on March 14th. On March 23rd, there's a full moon lunar eclipse in Libra Libra is your 12th house. Now, once again, here we are, second eclipse of the month. Um, I mean, these eclipses. This is a very active month for eclipses, and eclipses are very substantial. They have to do with significant life events. They have to do with your fate. So, Libra being your 12th house, the 12th house is the house of introspection. The 12th house is the house of finalization. The 12th house is the house of completion. The 12th house is the house of endings. Not to say that every Scorpio is going to have an ending, but when there's a full moon in your 12th house, there's always the possibility that there could be some kind of ending in your life. It could be anything. Just think of your life and think of anything that's kind of been shaky and not going so well. There could be a potential ending, but not necessarily for every Scorpio. There could be some sort of completion. There could be if there's been something you've been working on for a long time, there could be some kind of finalization, and this is, finally the culminating point of that. And this has to do with your fate and your life path, Scorpio. So, don't let this stress you out, because whatever it is meant to be. And everything in life is meant to be, because you know what? If certain things don't come to a completion or certain things don't come to an ending, then you're never going to be able to have new doors open to open up to what you're really supposed to be doing with yourself moving forward in the future. So just keep that in mind. On March 29th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is now in Aries. That's your 6th house of work, daily life, and health, making a positive angle, a very positive angle to Saturn in Sagittarius, your 2nd house of money. So here we are on March 29th, and you are having amazing conversations, within your work life, within your daily life, and it could even be health too. So, if you're like a Scorpio that's healthy, whatever you do to get active, you go to the gym, you go running, you go like cycling, like whatever you do, this is definitely a great day for your work, your daily life, and your health, and the conversations are great. So, in any 3 aspects of your life on the 29th of March, you're having a really, really great day, and conversations are flowing. On March 30th, Mercury, the planet of communication, once again in Aries, is now actually making a challenging aspect to Pluto in Capricorn. So now you're hitting a little bit of a snag on March 30th with your communication, and this has to do more with, I guess, your work situation. Maybe, you're at work and you're having, some challenging conversations in your job. But guess what? Because on March 31st, the month actually ends off on a really fantastic note, because Mercury, the planet of communication in Aries, again, has to do with your work, your daily life, and your health, is making what's called a conjunction to the planet Uranus, which is also in the same area. It's in that 6th house for you, the house of work, daily life, and health. And they're making a conjunction, so that's like where they actually align. And this is a very, very positive thing, especially because Uranus is the planet of the unexpected. Uranus is the planet of serendipity. Uranus is the planet of random occurrences. So, now all of a sudden, who knows, maybe you're at work and like you just get this like spontaneous like idea all of a sudden. It's like very beneficial and you're communicating about it. Or, it just could be somewhere in your daily life, or it could have to do with your health, or it could have to do with all 3. But whatever it is, you're stumbling on it by surprise, or you're just having some kind of like epiphany, and communication is going very well that day in your work life, in your daily life, and regarding your health. So all 3 areas are being affected here. So that's definitely something to look forward to. You end the month off on a great note. And I think that's all I have for you this month, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe and like. But I think that's all I have for you now. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next month. Take care. Bye-bye.